The 2019 Toronto Raptors should not have been NBA champions. They have had hands down the easiest playoff run of all time. From the lucky shot against Philadelphia to the injuries in the finals, we will cover it all. So sit back and listen to the biggest frauds of the NBA. Let's first take a look at this championship team. The starting five is Kyle Lowry, Danny Green, Kawhi Leonard, Serge Ibaka, and Mark Gasol. If you looked at the starting fives of every other team they faced in the playoffs, you would probably guess they would fall in the second round. So how did this team manage to even make it to the finals and win? Let's look at their first round matchup first. I think they deserved this series win against the 2019 Magic. They won 4-1. Moving on to the 76ers, it would have been a fair series if it wasn't for two things, one of them being Joel Embiid. Joel had knee issues throughout the whole series, leaving Jimmy Butler and Ben Simmons having to do a lot more. Though Embiid was still playing, you could tell that this injury was slowing him down as he only averaged 17 points in that very series. Jimmy Butler was averaging 22 and Ben had 13. The series went back and forth for a while, until Game 7. A lot of you probably remember this. The best three on the Sixers had 50 combined, not their best effort, because Kawhi Leonard alone had 41 points. All the stars were off that game for the Sixers. And with 41 from the Raptors' star player, it still went down to the wire. It was a generally low-scoring game, as both teams had only 90 points down the stretch. It looked like it was going into overtime. If you look at both teams that year, you could see that Sixers team was better in OT. So if the game went into overtime, it was obvious that the Sixers would have moved on. But in the last seconds of the game, Kawhi Leonard dashed to the corner and put up a bad shot with people contesting him. It bounced around the rim, and it went it. One of the most embarrassing ways to go out. And that shot would change the outcome of the whole playoffs, as you can tell. The Raptors should 100% not have won that series. Everything just so happened to go in their favor that game. Without the injuries and that shot, it just would have been impossible for the Raptors to win. After the Raptors win against the Philadelphia 76ers, they would go on to the finals to face the Golden State Warriors, who tore their way to the finals without injuries like that to give them an asterisk. They had a starting five of all-star players. This includes Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, and DeMarcus Cousins. This team was unstoppable. But as always, there was a problem. The Golden State Warriors had only one flaw to their team: injuries. The Warriors had their share of injuries throughout the season, but going into the finals, they seemed to be mostly fine. But as the series started, so did the dirty plays. And with this, the injuries started to roll in. On Game 2, Klay Thompson suffered a hamstring injury. This was devastating to the Warriors, but they still should be fine. They were still good. They were still good until Game 5, that is. All was going fine until this game, where Kevin Durant ruptured his Achilles tendon. As the salty Raptors fans cheered as Kevin Durant limped off the court, the Warriors' winning dreams grew smaller. Steph Curry couldn't carry a team alone. Nobody can. And even with these injuries that happened to the Warriors, they still fought back. This Raptors team couldn't even easily beat an injured Warriors team. Yet another reason why this Raptors team didn't deserve to be NBA champions. The series went to a Game 6 where they eventually won. The worst championship in NBA history. The Toronto Raptors. Thanks for watching. Make sure to dislike for all you Raptors fans, and subscribe if you want to watch me make fun of your favorite NBA team. Make sure to comment who I should talk about next. Thanks for watching.